Welcome back. As you know, Houston gearing up to host 7 matches of next year's FIFA World Cup.
7. Last night, our partners at the Houston Business Journal hosted a panel with local leaders and a FIFA executive to talk about how the city is preparing. And so joining us right now, we've got HBJ reporter Chandler France, who happened to moderate the panel. So maybe you can help us out. How did it go? Your biggest takeaways?
Yeah, absolutely. I think it went really well. We had a lot of really great panelists on the panel yesterday. My biggest takeaway really was just the scale of this event. It's an expanded format going from 32 teams to 48 teams. That's 104 matches. We're giving 7 here in Houston. By the way, that's more than Canada. It's also the third most of any city. And so we're expecting 500,000 visitors in the city for the World Cup and $1.5 billion in economic impact. And so the scale is huge. It's bigger than anything we've ever hosted
Is
before.
it? Okay. Bigger than a Super Bowl.
It's 7 Super Bowls over the course of 1 month.
Whoa.
Really?
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. And the Super Bowl brought so many people. Okay, so that's kind of mind-blowing. So let's talk through this. How ready are we when it comes to our stadiums, our transportation, all the logistics? That's just so many visitors.
Yeah, I mean, we are ready. This was the pitch to FIFA for Houston. We've hosted these major events before. The Super Bowl, the Final Four, College Football Playoff, National Championship, the Gold Cup Final versus U.S. and Mexico this summer. We know how to host major events. We have the infrastructure, the transportation, the stadium. All of it is already ready and ready to go, and we have the experience and the collaboration from city leaders to do it. Though there was a couple of modifications to NRG Stadium that needed to be made. They had to expand the pitch a little bit to be able to get the grass in there. FIFA has a certain modification that they needed to be made. And then about a month before the World Cup, they're going to install the grass. It's a very complicated process. FIFA has a very complex process and system that they need to put in there. That's over my head.
And they'll take all the signs off of NRG Stadium, right?
It won't be NRG Stadium. It will be Houston Stadium.
Really?
And so only official World Cup sponsors will be able to have signage up there. So you won't see NRG there. It'll be Houston Stadium for about a month.
And that kind of brings up just how delicate it is to work with FIFA too, because they own everything that they come and touch, right?
Yes,
And so there's just so many logistics that are way, way, way over our heads. That's got to make it hard.
Yeah, we got a question last night about where does the money go, and all the money goes to FIFA, really. The $1.5 billion in economic impact, that obviously stays here in Houston. That's going to go to local businesses. But as far as ticket sales, sponsorship revenue, that all goes to FIFA, not to the host committee.
Yeah. Well, they do pay, though, to take the signs down. I did learn that, right?
Yes.
They pay for those fees.
Yes.
Okay.
How are local businesses feeling about the opportunities and probably too some challenges, but opportunities because with all the people, they're going to have more opportunity to make some money?
Yeah, I mean, it's an incredible opportunity. There's obviously the official fan festival that's going to be going on during the entire course of the tournament, 39 days, 104 watch parties in East Downtown. But there's going to be a ton of informal watch parties, a ton of informal activities going on throughout the region. And so there are tons of opportunities for businesses to get some of that $1.5 billion in impact. And I think businesses are ready and already preparing right now.
What does this mean for security? Because, you know, we've gone through some of these drills before, but this scale is so much bigger. What are we doing about that?
Yeah, security is actually the biggest expense of the host committee. Thankfully, we have some state and federal funding coming in, but rest assured the host committee, that's their number one priority other than the Fan Fest. And so security hopefully should not be a concern once we get to next summer.
Okay, and then talk about why Houston was chosen. What do they expect from us and from those host cities?
Yeah, I think Chris Canetti said it really well yesterday, that Houston has no weaknesses. And that's because we have the infrastructure. Yeah, great quote there, right? Put that on the headline. We've hosted these major events before. We have the infrastructure, we have the transportation. And so I think that really appealed to FIFA. The one interesting thing that was mentioned yesterday was that during the bid process, FIFA didn't really know Houston. It's not like they had a bad opinion of Houston. Some people had a good opinion, but most people just didn't really understand what Houston was all about. And so the bid process was really about getting to know Houston. And once they saw, you know, everything that we've done with Super Bowls and Final Fours, it was a no-brainer for FIFA.
If Jen were here, she'd say traffic is sometimes a weakness, and maybe Cheetah would say humidity sometimes. But other than that, yes, we're square. Just quickly, final note on what those wanting to come out and experience the Fan Fest and the games should know. And it's going to be so busy.
Yeah. Take public transportation. If
There we
you're
go.
worried about transportation, there's definitely going to be a lot of traffic. But there are a ton of ways to get involved in the World Cup. Obviously, the Fan Festival, like you said, not everybody's going to be able to be in the stadium. You know, 7 matches is a lot, but there's only 70,000 seats. Only so many people are going to be able to get involved. So look around in your area. There's going to be informal watch parties. There's going to be ways to get involved and come down to East Downtown to experience the official Fan Fest
So
as
you
well.
report on these things. I mean, it sounds like you're pretty impressed with the planning and what you're hearing so far.
Yes, yeah, I'm definitely impressed. Houston is really coming together, and Houston has collaborated before, but this is the most collaboration we've ever really needed for an event, and I think Houston is really stepping up to the plate here.
Nice. Chandler, thanks for coming in.
Of
We
course,
really
thanks for having me.
appreciate it.
All we need, Chandler, is for Cheetah to give us a beautiful forecast for next spring.
June, right?
or next summer, sorry,
My
June.
good. Wouldn't that be amazing? I know. Who